Hello and welcome, everybody. Yes, amigos. Hello, Brian the Wolf Hunt. How's everyone doing? Sparky Wolf is in the house.
Amigos and amigas.
Take Walker's also here. It is Tuesday. It's around 7-ish, so that must mean it's time for Handelabra Live. I know I haven't been here for a couple of weeks. I don't actually know how close my schedule has been tracking, just because I was out of town and I was here for 2 weeks in a row and then whatever, but I'm here. I'm Jeremy. You can follow me at Mr. J Handel. That's MRJHANDEL. Joining me is John, aka Migrant P. You can see his name right there in the chat. You can follow him at that on Twitter. You can always check out the company at Handelabra on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Handelabra Games, of course, here on Twitch. We actually still technically control the Handelabra account, but that was made for Handelabra Studio a little while ago. We should probably look into maybe, I don't know, merging those? I don't know if that's a thing. But anyway, probably not. We are here as your counter programming to the big baseball. Thank you, Sparky Wolf. Yeah, I've got the red hair and the crazy green tropical shirt going on tonight. It's very nice in Cleveland. It's like the nicest weather that you could ever imagine for Cleveland, and so I'm wearing one of my silk Tommy Bahama shirts. It's super fun. What is Handelabra Studio? Asks Take Walker. So
the precursor.
It was a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away called 2009, and that was when it was about a year, maybe a year and a half after the iPhone had first launched, and I got a bee in my bonnet that I wanted to start an app company, and that was around when I reached out to John, who, as you know, if you know who Migrant P is, that his moniker is Migrant Programmer. We were friends on the Ars Technica forum, playing Rock Band together, playing Halo together, and I reached out to him. I said, "Hey, so what kind of a programmer are you exactly? I feel like I might want to start like a mobile app company. Is that a thing you might be into?" And he said, "Sure, why not?" And so we've launched a couple of apps, the same apps everybody was launching in 2009, a photos app, a to-do list app, and then we made a game. That game was called Uncle Slam. We took it to PAX. We met Greater Than Games, and the rest is history. And then in 2013, actually, we are at one day after our 6th birthday. I remembered it yesterday. Handelabra Games, as a separate company, was founded on July 8th, 2013. And so we're literally 6 years. It's our 6th birthday yesterday. We're 6 years and 1 day into this grand experiment of becoming the greatest digital tabletop company in the history of the galaxy. All right,
it's coming along.
It's coming along. We're doing what we can. All right, I'm going to share my screen to John so that he can see, because we're going to be playing some Aeons End tonight. We figured that was pretty good counter-programming for the baseball. There was some discussion of, maybe we should be playing bottom of the ninth. If there's an all-star game tonight, we should be doing that, right? And I feel like... Oh, wait. No, don't make that...
It looked fine, and now it's starting to glitch out.
Yeah, it's because I accidentally tried to resize your window. Is it looking okay now again?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, we thought about playing some bottom of the ninth, but then we were like, you know what? If someone's looking to watch some baseball, they'll probably just go watch the all-star game. They don't need to watch us rolling dice as if we were playing baseball, so... So a couple cool things tonight is you're going to get to... Oh, you know what? I skipped my whole thing. Don't be bad, or we will moderate you. There we go.
Don't be bad.
That pretty much covers
Be excellent to one another.
Be excellent to each other. All right, so as we come into the new game screen, you'll notice that there's at least one thing that's different, and that is that there is a brand new nemesis. We are playing on an internal build that is hopefully going to be coming to coming to early access pretty soon, but it is still in testing. But the third nemesis is going to be joining the other two pretty shortly, and that is, yes, Genegro, that is the Prince of Gluttons.
Look at how glamorous and princely he looks.
Yeah, indeed. So we've played Rageborn. We've tried Crooked Mask a couple times. Tonight we are going to try the Prince of Gluttons. Oh my goodness.
I told you there's going to be a motorcycle.
Yeah, he said there's going to be some loud stuff. And so that's a Canadian motorcycle. All right, so let's take a look at the Prince of Gluttons and see how this differs from some of the other things that we might be used to. So obviously all the nemesis have a sort of an unleash mechanic. So how does the Prince of Gluttons unleash look differently? If 1 to 2 players devour 3 cards from the least expensive supply pile, 3 to 4 players devour 2 cards from the least expensive supply pile. So what are these additional rules? When a card is devoured, place it on the top of the devoured pile, even if the devoured pile is empty. So this is a new sort of pile of cards. You'll understand how this works once we start getting into the actual game. Cards may be gamed from the top of the devoured pile as if they were a supply pile. So it basically becomes a specialized supply pile that can have gems, relics, spells, doesn't matter what it is. It can all be in that pile, but you can only ever take the top card. The players may look through the devoured pile at any time. Cards that are in the devoured pile cannot be devoured. Prince of Gluttons does not start a devour on an empty supply pile, which is important because when the Prince of Gluttons would devour a card from a pile that is empty, Gravehold suffers 2 damage instead. And when all supply piles are empty except for the devoured pile, the players lose. So this is an alternate loss condition, other than, Gravehold getting to 0 or all mages being incapacitated. That's not the right word. Exhausted. You can lose by running out of your supply by having it all devoured.
And it's difficulty level 5, Take Walker. That's on the back.
Oh, okay. And what are the difficulty levels? 1
like 1 to 9.
1 to 9, okay. Yeah. All right.
Rageborn is a 2, I think.
Rageborn is a 2. Crooked Mask is a 5.
Yeah.
So about the same as Crooked Mask, which tracks. I've played against Prince of Gluttons 3 times now, and I have come nowhere near winning. So hopefully with John and his increased strategic thinking, we'll have a better chance tonight. All right, so let's talk about the pile. The supply. What do you think, John? What are we looking at? Shiny? Anything goes? Balanced? What do you think?
I usually like to have a couple of relic options. So you could go with anything goes and hit random, and we'll see what we get. And see if it looks good, and we can change it if we want to change it.
All right, so we got a 2, 3, and a 4 on the gems. Not terrible ones. We got a good destruction.
Yeah, you want to have something to destroy.
Yeah.
With
2 4s and 2 5s on the spells. That's interesting. I don't know that I've ever gone with a supply that doesn't have a 6 or a 7 spell.
Yeah, we could try this.
This might be interesting.
Only it might help because it can be hard to get a good gem economy against the Prince of Gluttons.
Agreed.
So, let's try this. I'm into it.
All right, so I think I'm going to take Phaedraxa. She is definitely shot to the top as one of my favorites, despite the fact that she only has 3 breaches to her, in her arsenal. I really love the Auspex rune. If you can get in a situation where you're constantly charging that up, it can be a really good way to keep the nemesis in check. And who would you like to play, John?
I think I'll take Brama, because one of the best tools against the Prince of Gluttons is healing. Like, there are a lot of things that the Prince of Gluttons will throw that's like take damage or devour cards.
Yeah, and you definitely want the option to avoid that.
If you're okay to take damage, then you're good. We might want to think about changing that focusing orb to the chargy one.
Yeah. Change that out for Mage's Talisman?
Yeah, because that'll help us get more charges for our abilities.
Yep, I'm on board. What do we want to think? Normal, expert, extinction, beginner?
Just normal.
Normal sounds good. Yeah, so normal is each mage starts with 10, Gravehold starts with 30. All right, so let's give it a shot. You're also going to get to hear some new music because each of the...
And sound effects.
And sound effects, because each of the nemesis in this game has their own. All right, so Prince of Gluttons. So the first thing that happened there, you saw the Prince of Gluttons went ahead and devoured 3 cards here. So let's take a look. So this is the devoured pile. You can see that they're kind of chomped a little bit. Yeah, it's totally gloopy. Brian will have fun. And so as you can see here, as mentioned, you can look at the devoured pile whenever you want. are you still able to do that if you have ether able to buy? Because that was one of the things I noticed in builds previously. There was, if you had ether and you clicked on it or right-clicked on it, there was no way to see what was there.
You have to click on the title of it, the devoured.
Oh,
card.
the title. Okay, that answers that question. Okay.
Yeah, because it's weird because it's showing the cards, but also you want to be able to click on it. So it's
click on it to buy, right?
We'll probably tweak that at some point, but that's how it works right now.
All right, so one each of these gems is now in the devoured pile, which means that there's one less in each of these piles for us to purchase. And they went ahead and played Woven Sky to discard. Discard 3 cards in hand. Power, unleash. Any player suffers 4 damage. All right.
That's pretty easy to get rid of.
Yeah, I mean, it's only looking for discard, a 3 discard, which, you know, I mean, yeah, let's see. I might...
You could still get a Jade if you discard 3.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and do that. And so I was commenting to John actually earlier. Do you? I mean, I'm assuming you don't want to take this damage this early, right? Yeah, just for a.
If I had a spark, then I would, but I don't.
Right. So this is some of how this Nemesis changes the way that you play. I've got 2, so I can buy a Jade. I probably want to buy the Devoured Jade, though.
Yep.
Because there's, one of the things that is really interesting is this sort of siphons the top cards of all the various markets into one pile, and if you're not careful, cards you really want might get buried in that pile, and you won't be able to get to them until you buy your way through a bunch of devoured cards. So I'm going to buy that Jade first.
It's just a little chompy. It's still good.
It's just a little chompy. It's fine. And I'm going to go ahead and enter.
And also importantly, like the Prince of Gluttons gets more powerful the more supply piles are empty.
Right.
So buying stuff from the devoured pile slows that down. Right. Keeps them, like, the more cards you have left in your supply area, the better. Mm-hmm. So if you want the thing that's in the devoured pile, then you should buy it.
You should definitely take it. And sometimes even if you don't want it.
Yeah, so you can play all those and prep that into Breach 1.
Oh, I completely forgot to mention it up top, but if you really are enjoying watching a lot of Aeons End, our friends over at Crit Camp are actually going to be streaming Aeons End again tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Eastern for at least 2 or 3 hours. I'll put a link at some point in here. If you subscribe to our channel, we will also be rehosting them. But they are very excited about Aeons End. They tried it for the first time last Wednesday. They're going to be playing again tomorrow. So,
yeah, I really like having a Searing Ruby, so I'm going to grab one of those, even though it's not in the devoured pile. That's one of my favorite gems in the core game.
Nice. All right, so now we get a Skewer. Unleash. Any player suffers 3 damage and draws a card. So the Unleash, first of all, does this, where it devours a bunch of stuff from there. So we got 3 Jades now are in the devoured pile. Does it matter who takes this?
Well, whoever does draws the card. So
oh, right.
See who's got... We all have empty decks, but you can see the bottom card's going to be... I would get the Ruby, which is going to be really nice, potentially, to buy something good. What will you get?
I will get a Spark.
Yeah, you should. I'll take the damage to have a much better turn.
All right.
And now the devoured pile has a lot more stuff in it.
All right, so I will park this Spark. We might use it, but for the moment it's going to be parked. And so I think, yeah, I mean...
So that, in the chat, Takewalker says, I have no idea what the flavor of buying devoured cards is supposed to be. It's actually, they're not like eaten. What the Prince of Gluttons actually does is eat your thoughts and memories. And so it's actually like stealing your knowledge about how to battle the Nameless is kind of what's going on. And so, buying from the devoured pile is sort of reclaiming your memories. But we made it sort of chompy because that was fun.
Yeah. So one of the things I noticed playing against this Nemesis is that I tend to end up with very bloated decks because I tend to be really concerned about letting things get buried in the devoured pile.
But if you buy too much stuff, then it devours stuff faster. So
right. So, well, let's actually look. So as I mentioned, my Auspex Rune is really great. So getting that charged up is really super useful. And obviously the Brink Siphon is going to allow people to heal. Yeah, with only 4, Like, when I was playing earlier, I would just buy the 2 Jades off the top of the devoured pile, but I don't know if that's...
You don't want Jades. You have, you have it 1 Jade right now, right?
I do.
That's all you have? Like, it's good to get, like, 2 good gems, and then, like, that's probably enough for most purposes. Like, you don't need to buy, like, tons and tons of gems.
All right, so in that case, I'll buy your favorite gem instead. And, yeah, I mean,
like,
if...
Having 2 Searing Rubies is, like, enough for the entire game, in my opinion.
All right, so it's going to be John's turn now. I draw my Jade. And, all right, are we going to cast this, or what do you want to do?
Yeah, cast that, because I'll get the Ether. And play all the gems. Yeah, a Psychic Glutton, says Brian the Wolf Hunt.
All right, so you have 7 if you buy... Well, I guess you can't, but so you could do like a 4 and then maybe get the...
yeah, so what are the spells that we have? We have the Focusing one.
Yeah, focus your closed breach with the lowest focus cost. We've got Lava Tendril. While prepped at the end of your casting phase, deal 1 damage or deal 3 damage. Then we've got Essence Theft, deal 3. You may discard a card in hand. If you do, any player gains 1 life. And we've got Oblivion Swell. While prepped once per turn during your main phase, you may gain 1 ether, deal 2 damage. You may discard a gem. If you do, deal additional damage equal to its cost.
Oh yeah, that's really good with the Searing Ruby. Once you don't need to buy anything anymore, you just like do tons of damage with that. Yeah, so what I'm thinking of is if I buy a spell, then I'll have enough left over to focus a breach.
Sure.
Is what I'm looking at doing. So let's buy the Amplify Vision to help start getting things focused for free, and then focus breach 3 and prep both.
Ah, I see that the sound effect is showing up when you just click on it to prep it instead of dragging it. That was a conversation we've been having for a couple times. Like, how come I'm not hearing the sound effect? And Jean-Marc is like, I swear it's in there. And the issue was that there was only one trigger. It was only if you dragged and dropped it in instead of if you click to auto prep it. So
Dover's just throwing the bits.
What's up, Dover?
We're only going to use the rewind button if Jeremy screws up. So.
Oh, yeah, we didn't even talk about that. So that's the other big feature.
I was waiting for it to get used.
Yeah, I should have. I'm not being careful enough that I should. Or I'm being too careful, so I'm not noticing it. But yeah, as we have spoiled you in Sentinels and One Deck Dungeon, we have now added the most requested feature to this game, which is a rewind button. So when Jeremy makes a mistake, we just call that the Jeremy button. That should be the tooltip when you roll over it. Like, what did you do? All right.
So that. We got unleashed on. I think if you check there was just an attack from the Nemesis if you check the deck.
Yeah, we did. So 6 Jades are now in the Devoured pile. So all the Jades. Good relevant time of day to you all, Seamus Butler. Yeah, I was actually talking about you earlier about the good relevant time of day. All right, so I am going to cast this because I need to have a slot for the other one to go into, which I technically could probably focus, but I'm just going to do this anyway. So we got Jades for 1, 2, 3.
I do not want to suffer damage.
Yeah. All right. So we'll skip that. All right. So I have 5. Ooh, I could get that relic.
We should try to buy. Make sure to try to buy at least one of each of those relics before they are gone.
Right. Yeah. Before they get devoured. All right, so I'm definitely going to grab that Mage's Talisman because I think that's great. I'll put this in Breach. I guess this is technically Breach 2, right?
Yeah. Because they will get gone.
And yeah, that's good. All right, so we've dealt 2 damage to the Nemesis. And it's all gems all the time on my next turn.
All right, well, you have to cast a Spark, so do that. Yeah, cast the other Spark too, because I want to put the other one in there.
Yeah, and you probably want to use these gems to do something other than just opening that second breach.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to buy the thing that lets me the relic for destroying.
So buy the Bottle Vortex?
Yeah.
And prep this to 1?
Yeah. And end turn.
All right, and you're going again.
All right, we'll cast that. Put the other one in the first. Play the gems. What do I have? Lots of ether.
There we go.
So if I buy a 4 spell, then I will have 3 left. That's pretty good. What's my next? Can you click on my discard? Cool. Okay. So I want to buy Lava Tendril. Or actually, yeah, buy another Amplify Vision and the 3-cost Relic as well. And then end turn. That should be enough for destroying cards for me. It takes out my Sparks and a couple crystals.
All right, we got the Thought Biter. So this is a new card. This is a minion, which is, I believe, specific to this this Nemesis. Yep. And this is persistent. Any player suffers 2 damage or devour 2 relics from the least expensive relic supply pile. So this is what John was talking about in terms of, you oftentimes get a choice between damage or devouring. So.
And also kill those minions as fast as possible.
Yeah, that's one of the things I found is that, like, even, the parking of the Sparks is a really great idea, but I've mostly been just trying to wipe the board.
Yeah, those minions are really bad. They're like ones that are like Rageborn Unleashes or whatever. Like, I don't care about them, but like these ones are accelerating his win condition really rapidly. So that is a pretty terrifying graphic on that minion as well.
Oh my goodness! Seriously, the first time I saw that, I was like, okay. So did anybody here ever read The Langoliers from Stephen King? Because there was a really terrible USA direct to TV movie made of The Langoliers, which is a Stephen King short story that was in one of his collections of short stories. It was one of those things that had 4 stories in it, and that's what this made me think of is these these weird balls that eat the world that you've. All right, I'm just going to real quick. The Langoliers, the concept of the Langoliers is that, there's the moment that is right now, and you constantly live in the moment that is right now. The moment that just passed gets eaten by the Langoliers, and the moment that you're about to go into is the future. These people in an airport get displaced from right now, and they end up in the past. And so they're trying to outrun these Langoliers that are going to be eating the past time in order to clear space for the future time. And it was... The story itself was terrifying, and the USA movie was less terrifying. But that's what this made me think of. So if you want to go find the Langoliers USA movie, it was worth experiencing. I'll just put it that way. All right, I'm gonna get.
Or read the book. That might be better, I guess.
Yeah, actually, read the book. That would be pretty cool too. I think I might see you've been grabbing Amplified Visions, and that's gonna. Yeah, see, I have fewer things to focus. Yeah, the premise is very, very cool, especially because you're sort of with the characters as they're trying to figure out what's going on. It's pretty cool. So, yeah, I'm actually going to grab this Lava Tendril, and then I am going to grab the Destruction, the Battle Vortex as well. And cool. All right, so yeah, we'll put that one first.
Hopefully we can blast that guy. I don't know if we will, but before he goes off too many times. Yeah, so shoot my spell at it, and I get a focus, and yeah, use the Bottle Vortex to destroy the Sparks. They are immediate damage, but they're also crappy damage.
Yeah. Cull that deck.
And yeah, I get free draw, so play those. And can you show my deck? Yeah, I'll gain a Jade from the Devoured pile.
Cool.
And end turn.
Yeah, so there's some discussion, like, that's the thing with Stephen King. Premises are usually neat, execution can be weird. I will say, the first time I ever actually believed in vampires was when I was reading Salem's Lot, because, and I'll talk about this after John tells me what he wants to do.
I would take the damage here.
Okay. And yeah, and I can take it.
Sure.
In Salem's Lot, there's a whole thing where, like, there's like a priest who's holding up a cross to keep the vampire away. And one of the reasons why I've never believed in vampires is because I'm not Christian. So it's like, oh, you know, the cross wouldn't mean anything. What do we think? Suffer 3 damage again?
From any pile. Yeah, 3 damage.
And I can take it again, too. It'll go back to you next time. And so the priest basically says something like, no, I swear, I believe in this. He puts it down. The vampire does a thing, and he puts it back up again, and all of a sudden it doesn't work. And the reason it doesn't work is because what made it work was the fact that he believed it would work. And that was the moment that I was like, okay, so it's not just the fact that it's 2 pieces of wood crossed, it's that, like, there's some aspect of his belief that makes it work, and the fact that he sort of
like
betrayed
fanatic.
that. Yeah, so the fact that he betrayed that made it not work anymore, and I thought that was really, really a cool sort of way to look at it, so.
Do I have a spark in my deck, or I only have 2 sparks, I think. Do I? Yeah, so I do have a couple of crystals down there. Okay, so play the bottled vortex, destroy the crystals in my discard.
Ah.
And that should be good. And then play the gems. I have to decide where I want to put things.
Brian the Wolf, I do not know if he originated that idea, but that was the first time I was exposed to it. And to be fair, in describing that, I think I said it was the first time I believed in vampires. That's not actually what I meant. I didn't believe in vampires, but I believed as a concept why they could potentially exist if they were not a purely Christian religious thingy. So.
Yeah, let's focus Breach 2 and put Amplify Vision into it. Yeah, and then the other one in Breach 1 and buy a charge. And then I can kill that guy if I get to go again, but I won't get to go again. So.
All right, so first things first, let's charge everybody up. And we'll play this, play this. Do you want to draw your ruby?
This doesn't let me draw. That lets me destroy a card.
Oh, destroy a card. Never mind.
I will skip.
Skip. Okay.
I'm not gonna probably want to use that ever.
Yeah, it seems unlikely. And in fact, I've destroyed. I don't know. Is this a thing that you do very often? I've used destructions to destroy, unique cards several times because sometimes they're useful.
That one, if I'm not using a thing, it's just a crystal.
Right. Exactly.
It depends on what it is.
Right.
Some of them are better than others. Like mine is it's not a great card, but it's like a crystal and a spark in one, so it's like a little better. It's like a jade, basically. So.
What do I want?
But if you're trying to get down to like just the best cards, then absolutely destroy them.
Yeah. All right. So
was it Mist's card that lets you just like cast someone's spell? No, or is it Mist or yeah? I think Mist's card does that. It's like that is an amazing card. It's like I want to instantly deal damage on my turn with the spell I just pressed. Like that's a really good card.
Yeah, like I really like the relic that's like play a gem twice and then destroy it. And I use that for the one that I use it for a really great turn where it's like the one that gives you 1 ether and 1 ether that can only be used as for a gem. And in fact, I've actually used it to destroy Searing Rubies because I was in a situation where I had like 18 cards in hand and it was like, well,
and it gets you double the effect.
Exactly,
so.
Exactly.
I take damage. You can get past that to me. I'm charging up a heal, so.
Okay.
We also have a healing spell that we can get.
True. All right, more devouring.
So and either one of us here.
Dealing 2 damage.
Yeah, we might have to make. All right. Yeah, shoot that guy, and I get to go. I'll get to kill him.
Ooh.
Actually, you'll get to kill him too if you get to go because you have a big enough damage.
Yeah, my question is here, do I Bottled Vortex both of the sparks or one of the sparks and one of the gems? I know your answer is always get rid of sparks as fast as possible.
I mean, that's up to you. If we had Chaos Arc, I'm more likely to keep sparks around to fill up breaches, but before I get rid of them. But you also can just destroy stuff from your discard, remember?
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying is I can do both sparks because my other spark is in my discard, or I can get rid of a spark and a... Yeah, if I only get 2, and I guess I could do a charge.
I would get rid of sparks and buy better spells.
Yeah, that's fine. Ooh.
You get to draw a card too, so you could buy a better spell right now if you want.
Okay, yeah, so that can definitely go there. And I think I have...
Yeah, you're going to be drawing that spell next turn. Do you have an Essence Theft? You bought one?
Sorry?
You did buy an Essence Theft, I guess, so...
I did.
I mean, they're good. They're Healies. And they're good damage. Or no, you don't...
No, I haven't bought that. I've bought an Amplified
Amplified
Vision and a Lava Tendril.
Yeah. Yeah, having a little more source of healing is good, because we're using our HP to not get stuff devoured, basically. There you go, you can kill that fool. I guess you should have sparked the other thing instead. The Nemesis. Excellent. If we lose by 1 hit point, we know why. Yep. We know what happened. Too late to go back. We've revealed new information.
We've revealed new information. Alright, and yeah, this can go there. Yeah, I'm gonna get another Lava Tendril.
Yeah, you now have like 3 good spells, right? So you can cycle those in.
Alright, so out comes the God Feeders. Let's take a look at that. This is a minion. Persistent. Gravehold suffers 3 damage. Devour a gem from the most expensive supply pile. So in this case, it'll be going after those Jades.
Well, the most expensive supply pile are the 5s.
But it has to be a gem. Devour a gem from the most expensive.
So Searing Rubies, then. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Shoot that guy, the minion. And prep that anywhere. We don't have any spells in the supply that care about positioning of spells, really. And 6 ether. Yeah, give me the Chargy Relic. I want to get one of them before they're gone. And end turn. And then I'll probably just buy spells from now on. Or if anything, just like try to, maybe even to destroy one, just to get rid of crystals and try to shoot more spells.
Alright, then we got a Needle Maw. We know the Needle Maw. That deals Gravehold 2 damage. Alright, so focus your breaches with the lowest focus cost, deal 2 damage if all your breaches are open, deal 1 damage. Alright, so yeah, I'm gonna hit the one that's closer to death.
Yeah, and it hurts Gravehold like a lot more. Well,
right.
And it also devours, so.
Alright, so let's charge up. And play this and this.
I don't want to destroy a card.
And yeah, we can prep this in there. Alright, 4. Yeah, see, I'm still not getting in a scenario where I'm building up a lot of buying power in a given turn.
Well, there's a devoured ruby you could grab if you want.
Yeah.
The thing is, all their stuff is cheap, though. Like, we can regularly afford the most expensive thing.
That's true. Yeah, that's, yeah.
You don't need to have, like, big turns of ether. Like, on your next turn, you will have enough ether to buy the most expensive thing you can buy by having 2 crystals Searing Ruby. So it's, like, not too critical to
yeah, actually, I think in that case, then, I think I'm actually going to buy another bottle of Vortex so that I can call out some of these cheaper gems. And yeah, that'll do it. So keep this, and this, and this.
All right, and if we're lucky... So what's that spell you got in your first breach? How much damage does it do?
It does 3 damage.
Right, so there's no point in me dealing, like, 2 damage to this guy. I guess there is, because, like... But I have another Amplify Vision coming up. Just thinking, like... Yeah, like, I don't want to over-hit it. So,
right.
like, hit the guy with 11 with this, because I'm going to have 3 worth of attack, and you have 3 worth of attack, right? So, for the next round.
Yep.
So prep those both. Just prep them wherever, and get those things. I was gonna buy 2 charges and heal myself.
Sure.
Yep. And end turn. Sparky Wolf having hot dog tortillas. Oh no, that's a lot of damage to Gravehold. Gravehold's starting to look a little rough. You look in the background.
Yep. All right, so out comes the Mind Guzzler. This is
gross.
Set this minion's life equal to 8 plus the number of empty supply piles, and its persistent is to unleash. So, obviously, we're trying to get rid of the God Feeders.
Yeah, kill the God Feeders, like with my spells. Because it's within range of killing.
Yeah.
The Prince does not devour cards from the player deck's capture, meaning it devours from the supply. Alright, so yeah, that thing unleashes, which makes him devour cards, so that's bad.
And we're currently at a bunch of gems in there. No relics yet, interestingly enough, or even spells. So
2 damage to Gravehold every turn is also real bad. So yeah, play everything. What's in my discard? So I'm gonna get a couple Amplify Visions. Thinking about destroying a couple crystals. Okay, so we're gonna buy a bottled Vortex. And a charge.
Yeah, so Team Orchid is asking where health is tracked, and so the chat is helping out, but I'll go ahead and mention this. So the active mage, who's in the main area here, this is right here. So this is Brama, the 7. The other mage is over here, and this actually gives me an opportunity to show off something else that's new in this build. Zoom. So this is the current non-active mage. You can have up to 3 of them, but there's only 1 in this game. So you can see that Phaedraxa's health up here is 5. And then there's 2 other health indicators up here. One is the Nemesis, which is at 65, and Gravehold, which is at 19. Mage Zoom hype. So if Gravehold ever gets down to 0, you lose automatically and immediately, because your entire job is to protect Gravehold. If you don't do that, you lose. And so yeah, that's basically in this game. There are the 4 health indicators that are important to be keeping an eye on.
Yeah. All right. So end turn. And since I wanted to look at my discard to see what my turn before the one with the bottle of Vortex would be, so I can explain what I'm talking about. So next turn, this is all gonna become my deck, right? And so including whatever I'm discarding in here right now. So the order here is mattering. So because I know on my next turn from now, I'm gonna want to use bottle of Vortex, I know that I'm going to have 2 crystals in my discard from the previous turn that you see in the first column on the right there. So I don't need to discard if I didn't have stuff I wanted to destroy there, then I would probably want to put some of these crystals right now into this hand to go with the bottle Vortex. But let's discard the good ones first, like the relic and the jade. I'll do the relic first. Use undo.
Oh no! I did it wrong. All right, we'll let this auto discard, and then I'm going to use the undo, which is another new feature in this build. So we'll undo.
Well, you undid too late because we revealed a new turnover card.
Oh, we did? Oh, shoot.
You should have clicked it while
I was clicking it. Nothing happened.
All right. Okay.
So that is a thing that we will continue to iterate on.
Yeah.
I swear I was clicking it.
It's not a big deal. They're both going to be in the same hand.
All right, so I'm definitely going to use my Essence Theft. I assume the Mind Guzzler is the more important one in general.
Yeah, they're both bad.
They're both bad.
If you right-click on the Prince of Gluttons, for 2 players, he does
3 cards.
3 cards. Ugh. And yeah, they're both real bad. So as long as we pick one and go after it.
Yeah, Mind Guzzler it is. All right. Let's see. I could get 4, which means I could buy a thing, even if I discard one of these. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that because I wanna.
You're probably gonna want to focus a breach though.
Oh yeah, I guess that's fair. Yeah, I'll focus breach 3.
Yeah, and if you get to go again, you'll be able to kill that guy on the start of your turn.
Yep. Great. It looks like the undo button needs maintenance. To be fair, like it's possible maybe if I clicked it just before I discarded the thing, it might have worked, but I don't know.
Yeah, it was already doing the automatic one, so. All right, so play the gems. I could get a +1 if I put this into. But I think buying charges is, well, yeah, we're at the point where like we're pretty good at health right now. I feel like I want one more big spell though. What does the biggest spell do there again? That's the discard a gem to do additional damage. Yeah, let's buy that and prep those into their first 2 breaches. Because that'll let me get like +4 damage sometimes, which would be nice. And maybe I'll get another Searing Ruby before they're gone.
Uh-oh, Mind Flare. No spoilers, Shams Butler. I did just finish it, so you can't spoil me, but don't spoil anybody else. Talk about Stranger Things Season 3. Yes, alright, so we're going to get rid of...
I have not watched it yet. I did watch Spider-Man, which is good times.
Oh, it was so good! There was a moment in Spider-Man where I literally shouted out loud and started applauding, and my kids looked at me like, what is wrong with Dad? I couldn't believe the thing that happened on screen. I was like, wait, no, they didn't really do that, did they? It was so exciting. And I will not go any further into it than that. All right.
Was it at the post-end credits scene?
It might have been.
Watch all the way in this one. Recommended.
It was actually the mid-credits scene. Although I was also, the post-end credit scene, I was also like, oh, okay. But yes, very, very good stuff. All right, so we'll put this here. All right, I've got 4. I guess. Ooh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I could charge up, and then we know that it's going next. And then I could stop Gravehold from taking 2 damage and whatever else comes out. The question is, do we think it's going to be a damager, or do we think it's going to be... Should I hold it for another time? Right, that's why I'm asking you what you think.
Yeah. I mean, we're generating charges enough now that you can probably use it a lot more, so...
Yeah.
I feel okay with using it and then continuing to charge it up like as fast as we can. Yeah. Maybe buying another one of those talismans. We just spam it.
Yes, and I will use my ability. So that'll keep Gravehold from taking the damage.
Hopefully it's an attack. Nope. Oh, yeah, that's what you
it's
need it for.
This one, no.
That's what you need your ability for. That's the game punishing you.
Yeah.
All right, we need you to buy charges as much as possible.
As fast as possible, yeah.
All right, so yeah, hit the minion. Play my Bottle Vortex and destroy the crystals in my discard pile.
Sorry, one more time.
Bottle Vortex.
Bottle Vortex.
Destroy the crystals in the discard pile.
Crystals in the discard.
Then play the cards. You can prep the spell to breach 3 for the +1 damage. Short one for the buying that thing. Yeah, that hits Gravehold, so it doesn't really help me to heal very much, but I guess I just could anyways. Buy the ruby off the devoured pile, because I have that spell that's gonna like really work well with that. And then that's gonna be the last gem I buy.
All right, what do you think? Relic first?
Relic first. And yeah.
Ooh, look at all those spells for you next turn. All right, so
Discard as many gems as we can.
yep. All right, we'll start with the cheap ones.
You can use the zoom button.
Boop. All right, so there are 2 gems left.
Discard as many gems as you can.
Yep. So I think Gravehold is going to take 3 damage. Yep. There it is.
Oh, just 3. That's not too bad.
Unleash twice.
Gross. And that's more damage to Gravehold. It went over. Right?
Yeah,
there was 1 left.
Yeah, when devouring, if it ends up with nothing left to devour, it deals Gravehold damage instead. So that's why that happened, and that was.
How many cards are we discarding?
We discard our most expensive prep spell, and it picks us because we both have the same number. So.
Well, mine's 2 damage, and yours is 2 damage. Mine's only getting me like. You may as well discard mine.
Yeah. Because mine is going to help me focus. So.
Yours is better.
Ah!
We might lose to have a Gravehold loss here. Gravehold's looking pretty grim in the back.
All right, so we know that it's going to be you and then 2 turns of me, of which I am not going to be prepped at all. So that's not great.
Well, I don't think... Yeah, so like prep that in breach 3, sure. Prep the other 2. 1 ether doesn't do anything for me, so end turn. Warning, I could get 1 ether. End anyway.
End anyway. Alright.
Oh, and you won't be able to do anything. Yeah, you won't be able to kill the guy. At least you'll be able to get him into like range for me to kill him, right? So.
Yeah.
And then we'll need to kill the other guy. And then kill the Devourer, hopefully.
Alright, so I'll do this, and then I'm just going to keep this in hand.
Why?
Oh, wait, yeah, I forget that you can do this from your discard, so I'll do that. Yeah. I always forget what the Bottle of Vortex... I don't get it very often, so I forget that you can do it from your trash as well.
Should have done them from the next hand, not from...
Oh, right, I forget that I get to draw, so...
Rewind.
Oh, yeah. Good thinking. Alright, so...
Unless you want them in your next hand, but you could have more.
Yeah, that makes sense. And this can go here. Good. Alright, so I can... Yeah,
you can do that to kill the...
I'm gonna do that.
Dang. If you want the ether, you don't need to heal because we have a decent amount of life.
Yeah, and you're one charge away from doing the thing, so it's fine.
Yeah, we want you to get charged.
I know.
Yeah, if you buy 2 charges, when I go, I can charge you to full.
Oh, great. Perfect. Yeah, I was just looking at, like, do I need to buy another spell? I feel like we're in a pretty good
I don't think
cycle
we need
right
to buy
now.
much anymore. We need to not lose now. Great, next turn.
Yeah, that's not a good way to do it. Yeah, I'll take the damage.
Yeah. I'll heal you, like, in a second.
All right.
Gross.
Seraphage.
I hate this one. We have to kill him because he is the worst.
Ugh, devour cards equal to this minion's life from one supply pile, then this minion suffers 2 damage? No,
Yeah,
thank you.
If the Prince of Gluttons had gone again, then it would devour 7 cards from one pile, which
Yeah.
we'd probably lose. All right, so hang on. Does that focuses the breach and then deals the damage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so if I do this and discard the big gem, I can one-shot that 7 guy. So do that. And then cast the other ones at the other thing. Yeah, that actually, the damage preview there is incorrect. It did 3 damage because it focused the last breach.
Ah, right.
And play that. Use my ability to heal you. Play those things. Buy charges. And yeah, discard the charge thing first. If I get enough to buy another one of those relics, I will, but... Alright, Nemesis turn. You could use your ability.
The player with the lowest life suffers 2 damage. I feel like we're in a position where that's probably okay. The only question is what is it going to play this turn, and is it going to make it even worse for us?
Yeah. I mean, using your ability now means you get to use it more often overall, so...
Yeah, that's true.
So choose to suffer damage, but that doesn't happen. Yeah.
Yeah, that worked out great.
We could...
Oh, but, well, yeah.
Unleashing twice is not good. And we're pretty set up to just smack that Seraphage, like...
Yeah, I mean, it's not going to go for at least another 3 turns.
Yeah. I think putting Seraphage back and...
Yeah, I concur.
Avoiding the unleash. Because I'm going to get to go... Is this me? Yeah. Okay, so... Prep those both into the big breaches. Oh, look at me with all the money. Yeah, and get the free money. Yeah, so do I want one of those relics? I basically want to keep charging you a lot. What's coming up in my deck? Yeah, and then basically I'm cycling through, probably not as fast as I would want, but decently enough. Yeah, I'll buy that relic because that is really good for getting you charges for cheap as free. So, and end turn. Didn't need the free money.
All right, so me twice. So definitely gonna hit.
Yeah, you can take out the 7 guy.
Oh yeah, I can 1-shot him, or I guess 2-shot him, but
Yeah. And that other guy will still be there, but he's only dealing with 2 damage, so it's not too bad.
yeah, and I don't have anything to prep this turn, but that's okay.
Maybe I will take a damage and destroy crystal.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm getting to the point where we're gonna be at max health all the time. Because of charges, so
All right. So yeah.
That's what I've ended up in games like this with Brama. I've ended up just being at max health all the time because I charge and heal faster than the Nemesis can damage us. You just have to worry about Gravehold. Buy charges.
Yeah.
Don't worry about cards. If you buy cards, that helps him. Unless there's something you really need.
Yeah, that's what I was looking. I was like, do I have something else that can help me cull some of these gems? But I don't think I do, so it's fine.
No. There's only the discard spell that sort of helps, but it doesn't really because you can help me clear my deck, but it's a one-way street. I guess there's probably some more relics in the devoured pile, but like way down.
There aren't, actually. I looked. It's all gems.
Oh, we bought them all?
Yeah. So, yeah, there really isn't anything
I guess we did.
About that.
We like bought all of those and used them to great effect. If only Gravehold is as sturdy as Brama, indeed.
All right. So
And surprise, you get to go again.
There we go. All right, so we'll do this.
Yeah, if you put your Amplify Vision in your middle breach, then you can one-shot that minion on your turn with it. If you go first. Oh yeah, and you'll be ready to do a charge too if you want, or to do your charge ability. So, nice.
So I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting a lot of rainbow spinny cursors this game.
Yeah.
Not sure what's going on with that, but just wanted to let the lead developer know.
Well, that's been something with your streaming software, right?
I guess maybe, but it's been slowly getting worse as the game has been going on. So.
All right. Did you experience that before when you played?
This afternoon I did, but it was not on the build that you uploaded right before we started the stream.
You did?
I did. When I was playing this afternoon on build 20, whatever the one was before this one.
And did you tell your developer?
I did not, because I immediately went to dinner.
There you go.
And then when I got back from dinner, my developer said, hey, there's a new build.
Well, we'll check it out.
We will check it out. I will skip the ability. And...
you could try going back to the main menu and continue, and that might help.
oh yeah, let's try that. So let's quit game and resume game. All right. All right, so I'm gonna one-shot this minion with this one, and then I'm gonna hit the bad guy, the main. Oh, I guess I don't. Yeah, I actually don't want to do that because we're pretty lousy with health right now. And then I'll hit the prince with this. Do you want to take damage for a thing?
No. You'll get to open your final breach.
Yes.
And then get bonus damage. It's going faster?
It is.
All right, we'll have to see what's going on there.
I will skip the ability.
All right, now we kill him.
Now we kill the thing. Killed the wabbit. Killed the wabbit. Alright, I might as well give you a charge with this, unless... yep. Well...
I guess you could hold it.
Yeah, I mean, that's... I could hold it and then I'll have it. Because then you have it.
Sure.
But then I've got all of this all of this ether that I guess I don't really... well, I guess I could buy just a thing. Let's see here.
Here's where you have to resist buying cards.
I know.
That won't help you. Do you need the cards?
I mean, I do have 3 open breaches, so if I get another, like, decently powered spell... but I'm not going to get to go for another 4 turns minimum. There you go.
Sometimes you just gotta leave the ether on the table.
Yep.
I would use this because I'm going to be charging it back up. I mean, you don't have to because we don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, we don't know what's going to happen, but...
Turns out to be a power that wasn't going to do damage anyways, so it won't even do damage the next time.
And I can't rewind because that is new information.
Yeah, so what does the power do? What do I have to do?
To discard, destroy 2 prep spells that each cost at least 3 ether.
That seems like it's worth getting rid of. And I can get rid of it.
Yeah, if you prep another and then...
Yeah, so... Yeah, cast both of those at him. Discard the Jade for more damage. Play the thing. Prep both of those. Use them to discard the thing. I'll buy more spells. It's better than him unleashing that many times. And you may as well use this and heal me up to full.
Yep.
End turn. So I'll maybe get to buy. Oh yeah, look at that. I'll be buying replacement spells. Or I'll be doing this. Looks like I'll be doing that. Actually, I won't have quite enough. I'll have 6. Well, no Doom Aegis. That is one that does a lot of damage and makes us lose charges.
Yep.
I mean, you know what? I'm going to heal you back up anyways, right? So I want to buy a spell, though. Let me buy the 5 cost, the biggest. Yeah, that one's interesting. Buy another Oblivion spell. Yeah, if I have 2 of them, that's like a charge all the time. And then buy a charge. End a turn. And discard the chargey thing first.
Alright. Going again.
It's me again. Well,
hey,
yeah, go ahead and play that.
It's me again.
You can just, like, click the things to prep them wherever. It doesn't really matter where. And I'll take the 2 free ether. And... not enough. I think I lost 2 spells. I want to get another spell, so... get me a Lava Tendril, I guess, right? Because the other one does 3 damage as well, so may as well get the one that has the extra bonus. And then I'll stop buying things. Yeah, the charge thing first. It's the baddie. So this is the player with the most charges, and we're tied. So you can have me take damage and lose charges. Yeah.
Ooh, great. I'll take the damage on this.
Yep, suffer 3 damage. This is why we heal.
Yep.
Oh man, that's a lot of damage. It's a lot of charges, but yeah, do the max damage. Discard the Searing Rubies for it.
Okay,
that's
yeah.
15 damage this turn. Yeah. And may as well cast that. Well, it's kind of crappy, and maybe I'll save it to like...
Yeah, I was going to say, you're only going to get an extra ether, which you're not going to need, so...
Yeah, I'll finish casting, we'll leave that there. And play those and get a charge. Cool. And you're almost charged.
Yeah, this game is going way better than any of the other games I've had against the Prince of Gluttons. That is for sure. To be fair, the first one was a pure random game with 4 mages, and that was way harder to manage.
Yeah.
Like especially against the Prince of Gluttons, where it's like you've got 4 mages, you're watching all this stuff get devoured, and you're like, God, I gotta buy all the things before they go away. So it was very confusing, to be fair.
Yeah, with 4 mages, you definitely have to be careful about what you're buying, because you don't get any more cards in the supply with more players. Gravehold's at 8, but it hasn't dropped for a long time.
Yeah.
Charge. Then we're getting into the really bad cards.
Yep. I mean, we're in a pretty good place to deal with them, but we're going to have to be pretty careful. All right, so I will skip my ability, obviously. And I'm just going to blast away.
Yep, blast away. You may as well discard the crystal because you're not... Well, why would you discard that one?
Oh, shoot. Rewind. Because I wasn't paying attention. That's why. Alright, so we're going to rewind. So we'll do this.
Demonstration of Jeremy not paying attention.
Yeah, there you go. A real, honest-to-goodness, real-world use of that undo button. The Jeremy button.
That's it.
Yeah, there's literally nothing I can do.
Oh, you found that bug. You should report this now.
Oh, okay.
Oh wait, no, maybe not. We're in discard. It's not. It's just something else. Maybe just a slow thing on my screen. It's okay.
Yeah, there was definitely some text on screen that was supposed to have already gone away. But
yeah. So up to you here, but could be a bad attack. It is. No damage to Gravehold.
Huzzah! All right. Yeah. I mean, we're not buying gems, right? But is there only 1 in there? Oh, there's 2. So that'll be. It doesn't matter because Gravehold's not going to take the damage, right?
Yeah, that's true. So choose one that would take damage.
They both have 2. Actually, all 3 have 2, so it doesn't really matter. It's like just the question is which one do we conceive of maybe ever buying again?
Yeah, we're not going to buy Amplify Vision, so you may as well bury that because Lava Tendril's better. And it's 3 copies, right? So yeah.
Oh, and it's doing it twice, so...
Yeah. The problem with the Searing Ruby is, like, then we'll never get to buy a gem if we want for something. Like, I don't know. I'd probably lose this spell.
This spell? That's fine.
We can afford the other spells, so... And we're emptying the piles either way. Oh, gross!
Ooh, Memory Eater. I've actually not ever gotten this far against this Nemesis to see this card, so let's take a look. 16 hit points, Memory Eater, persistent. The player with the lowest life suffers damage equal to the number of empty supply pile. Ugh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, so I assume we're going to focus that.
Yeah, we're at the point where, like, you just want to deal damage to the... Like, he is 16 and the other guy's 25, right? Like...
yeah.
Almost not worth worrying about him.
Yeah,
but
I'm gonna deal 4 and 4. Yeah, I guess the question is like, do we think? Well, yeah, and you know what? I mean, yeah, I think we should probably just focus the prince. Takewalker says, I like how he expands a little bit when he devours. Yes, that was a thing. That is definitely a thing.
Yeah. Don't cast that. I'd rather... That's like Parking the Spark, and I'm not going to use it unless I... well, actually, I will get... Yeah. Shoot it, because I will have an odd number because of the other thing. Yeah, so hit the prince. We got to focus the prince and not worry about that minion, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's exactly where we're at in this game.
And he's not going to kill anyone, so... yeah, play that. Prep the spells into the big breaches. Get the free ether. Alright, so buy a charge, use my ability to heal either of us.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to go after the one with the lowest, so...
Yeah, that's right. So that's why I need to recharge as fast as I can after.
Yeah, alright.
and then buy charges.
Yeah, and I don't have, at least this turn, I don't have the ability to help you. Yeah, so Memory Eater is like the Electro Pulse Explosive. A little bit.
All right, end turn, and yeah, the Relic first, and then the Searing Ruby, and then the Jade.
All right, you've got your chargey thingy. Yeah, so this is going to be 4.
Yeah, and actually, if you can manage to charge...
Yeah, if I can charge all the way up and then block it.
It depends on who goes. You will be able to almost charge up. But not quite. Well, you'll have... It's pretty good, though. You can skip this.
Yeah, here's hoping you get to go, and then, yeah, we'll be in a...
Well, if either of us get to go, we should be able to get a charge.
That's true, yeah. As long as it's not... The Prince!
It's alright, you're at 1.
You're at 1.
Yeah, but you have these minions that are like, he the same health as him, right? So you may as well just kill him.
Yeah.
Alright. We get charged, we're ready for that. Get your spells going. And I will heal you on my turn. So. The big minions, exactly.
Yeah, and actually, this is a minion that we've seen before, the Jagged one, unleashed twice.
Alright, skip your ability for this turn. Alright, so, yeah, cast... I think, yeah, just cast them at him, because I can just, yeah, and use the... discard the Searing Ruby for the big damage. I think we're okay, because I can buy a charge, I can use the thing, and buy a charge, and do the heal. And you're going to use your ability on its turn anyways, right? So if it goes twice, we might be hurt a little bit. But prep that up there. Yeah. And don't worry about the ether. Oh yeah, use that. And end turn. Warning!
Oh no, more actions!
Alright, charge thing first. Hooray for charging. Things are not going well. Things are going great. Everything is fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna skip ability because I'm here. Everything's wonderful, and the game is over.
We just had to have one of us go. If he went twice, I don't even think if he went twice, we would have lost.
Yeah, I think unless it was something that was like purely focused damaging Gravehold came out, we would have been fine because we could always burn some breaches if we needed to.
And then there's nothing that's going to do 8 damage to Gravehold in one shot. I don't think in one turn. I guess he could if he had played like a Pulverizing Ray kind of thing, but we did it.
We made it. Gravehold survives for now.
Well done, team.
All right. Let's do. So big
you
spender.
Found the game got slower as the game went on.
It did.
All right. We'll look into that.
All right. So, do we want to do another Prince of Gluttons, or should we do Crooked Mask, or what do you want to do? Or do we want to play Sentinels, or I don't know. What do you want to do?
Yeah, we could play Sentinels.
Yeah, sure. I'm fine with Sentinels. Let me get that launched. It's been a little bit. It's been a minute since we played some Sentinels. What branch should I be on?
Beta.
Beta. I am on beta.
And you can turn off your screen share.
I will turn off my screen share. Oh, no, I don't want to be full screen. Alright, let me just switch this over. Alright, yeah, so order of operations. First things first, turn off share screen.
Takework wants to make a Gravehold environment for Sentinels. Interesting.
Yeah,
with
that would be interesting.
Nemesis minions and stuff. The Breath Capitals is tech streaming.
All right, are you all seeing Sentinels? I don't think you're hearing Sentinels. You're probably still hearing Aeons End. We'll quit out of that, and let me turn up the music. All right. Let me know if you're hearing Sentinels now. You should be. I'm seeing Sentinels and hearing nothing. Take Walker says, there we go. There's the sound and sight of Sentinels. As we're
You hear nothing, Jon Snow.
You hear nothing, Jon Snow. All right.
I played Oblivion last week.
Yes, I heard.
And I had Twitch choose beer, which was probably a bad idea. They voted for which beer I drink, and I think they just went by the highest alcohol percentage.
Ah. All right. Oh, you know what I just saw? Let's go old school. It had picked Voss, and we have not played Voss in a while, and I don't think I've ever played Voss in Magmaria, so...
We have damaged.
We have damage! Grand Warlord Voss! Oh, man, I am, like, out of practice on Sentinels. Who should I play? Yeah, I'm definitely... Oh, you took my Luminary! Ah, that's exactly what I was going for. All right, that's fine. If you're gonna be Luminary, I guess I'll have to be a Legacy. I haven't decided which Legacy yet, and then I'm gonna be a Tachyon as well. All right, which Legacy do I want? Oops, which Legacy? I want to be
The very best.
Yeah, John's going with all the things. Let's see. Remind me again, Freedom 5, Overwatch. You may either move an environment card in play to the bottom of the environment deck, or one player may play a card. Yeah, I haven't played this Legacy in a while, or very often, so let's maybe try that. And then, in fact, I think maybe we'll do the Freedom 5 Tachyon as well. Tachyon deals one target, one melee damage. You may move a burst card from your trash to the bottom of your deck if you use this power again now. Yeah, I'm going to play a couple of Freedom 5ers.
All right, it's the new Freedom 4.
It's the Freedom 2! As well as Luminary and La Comodora. Cower before the might of the Therathian conquering fleet. Let the brilliance of Luminary light the way to victory. That was like Transylvanian. That was definitely not Lithuanian, but okay.
I want to suck your
I
blood.
want to play your devices. All right, Luminary opens with a Bared Blade, Brilliant Inventor, Regression Turret, and Timely Disruption. Legacy's got a Fortitude, Inspiring Presence, Motivational Charge, and the Legacy Ring. La Comodora has got Cannon Brawl, or Cannon Portal. Cannon Brawl? What?
Cannon Brawl. That sounds like a fun game.
Yeah, it's a very fun game. It's like a not a tower defense. It's whatever. It's by
one of those like
Temple Gates.
Massively multiplayer shooter things.
Combat timing and a couple of future tech deck guns. And Tachyon's got 2 Lightspeed Barrages, an Accelerated Assault, and a Supersonic Response.
Did you know there's a 100-player multiplayer Flappy Bird?
That
is
amazing.
Coming out. It's made by Horta, one of the guys from like WWDC and CocoaPods and stuff. iOS developer.
So Cannon Brawl is actually a real game. It was developed by the people who became Temple Gates games. I have not actually played it, but it's like I don't know what the genre is, but it's a real game. I didn't make it up. All right, so the Genebound Banshee is dealing some damage.
Sorry, I'm not caught up.
Yeah, so we've got a Banshee, an Ion Lancer, and a Frost Hound, and a Firesworn. Yeah, we got all the things.
Who wants to take the damage?
Yeah, Legacy can take this. Legacy can take this as well.
That's what a Legacy does.
Yep. And then everybody's going to take some, and then Tachyon's going to take some.
All right. That Genebound Guard is going to make our lives difficult. I'm going to see what brilliant inventions I can come up with.
Oh man, I never updated the thing, so it still says it's Tales from the Archive.
Well, that happens to me approximately once a week.
And I don't even need to update the game because it's been saying we've been playing Sentinels the whole time. It's alright, I updated the name of it at least. Consider the price of victory.
Tales from the Archive 24/7.
Alright, yeah, we'll do some inspiring presence. Or one player may play a card. Do either of your people want to play something? Otherwise, I'm going to have Tachyon play Accelerated Assault.
Yeah, Accelerated Assault will, I guess, get through the Genebound Guard. So that is probably good. Or I could punch the Genebound Guard for 2 if we want to destroy it on... Well, I guess, yeah, well... La Comodora is going to use Cannon Portal to, like, take out the guard, so... probably. And then will Tachyon be able to... Yeah, you could, like, Supersonic Response to take out the Frosthound or something. Would be good.
Alright, so Luminary?
I'm just thinking... Yeah, Luminary would be good, because I get to use my power as well.
Yeah.
I don't think Tachyon going would do anything more, so... Yeah, and I think La Comodora is just going to Cannon Portal. So... Oh, that's irreducible. That's interesting.
By the way, have either of you heard of the Magnifica Gambit? Tell me more, Cat Dreaming.
Future Tech Deck Gun is actually better. Let's do that. Did I get any devices? I don't know. I didn't. Yeah, Future Tech Deck Gun is irreducible, which I didn't realize, so that is nice. And that is going to get through the guard.
Cat Dreaming says the Magnificent Gambit is a strategy for La Comodora that can end the game in 4 turns or less once set in motion.
Here is your cue, Jeremy.
We have damage! Grand Warlord Voss!
Approximately.
We did it.
2 minutes in.
I'm happy.
Yeah, that deck gun is really good in this fight, turns out. Yeah, so you can like clear most of the field with Accelerated Assault.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't actually know that I'm going to get through the Voss even after I destroy all these things. Like, that's why I was kind of doing them in order, but yeah, it looks like since I'm not going to be able to get that Ion Lancer out, it's not going to get through.
But you can clear them with your base power.
Here we go. Yeah, do I want to do that?
I would wait until you have...
Yeah, I mean, I have 2 Lightspeed Barrages in hand, so, like, I really want those bursts in the trash.
You can do your barrages.
Oh, shoot, I hit choose for me. Oh, no, I'm going to have to use the Jeremy button.
That's that button.
That's what it's for. Right, and now I'm going to skip. Like all good Broken Sentinels combos, it requires something ridiculous like an empty deck.
The Magmarians have awoken.
So, Cat Dreaming says, if La Comodora can empty her entire deck and her hand contains Harness Anomaly and Way Anchor, and she has Run Aground in her trash, it can be set in motion. Interesting. Oh man, I really Jeremied that one up. I better hit the Jeremy button. Yep.
Yeah, in my experience, Christopher is not too concerned about combos that require ridiculous situations like that. Oh, which has the lowest HP? Sure, punch some nanites. I'm happy for you to do that instead of punching Tachyon. Hey, look, it's a device. Devices count for my interests. We probably want to focus damage on Voss. But we'll probably have enough like spare damage to just kill the Quark Drive by accident. So I'm gonna let everyone draw a card.
Ooh, hypersonic.
Nice.
Big fan.
You knew about hypersonic assault before it was cool.
Yep. It was moving so fast, it happened before it even happened.
We could even like neutralize Voss with this regression turret and sort of make him hilarious. Let's do it.
Oh, Voss. I know you want to join up and steal Oblivion's power, but we're not going to let you do that.
I feel like hitting this crystal collector just to like not kill them, but like get them to a manageable state if we decide we need to.
Sure.
Oh, I have full hit points, so I guess I'll actually recover the nanites. But not the Quark Drive.
Yeah, so there was some talk about me getting that legacy ring out.
Yep, you have a combo with Legacy Ring, right? And then play something that has a power, and then you can use the other power.
Yeah.
If you want to do that.
Alright, I can either put an environment card in play to the bottom of the environment deck or one layer when I play a card. What does the Magmarian Throng do? At the end of the environment turn, reveal cards from the top of the environment deck until Magmaria is revealed. Put it into play, discard the other cards revealed this way. If no Magmaria is put in place, we destroy this card. I feel like we can probably do better. Yeah, what did Tachyon draw? She drew that hypersonic.
You don't want to play that now, though. You could have her play HUD goggles, though.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I think I'm going to keep my destroying... I have a card for destroying ongoing cards, so I'm going to save that for forced deployment. And you could save hypersonic assault for that too, so like in case any minions survive, they won't be able to deal damage.
Yeah, that's fine.
Discard a card. I'll discard the other future tech gun. And sure, why not a cannon portal? We'll just beat up on Voss.
For those of you who are wondering about what that was, I am drinking a Glenmorangie Quinta Ruban. That is a port cask finish scotch tonight.
I need to pick up some whiskey.
Yeah, I actually have one of my all-time favorites at home, but I don't have it here at the office. It is a Belvini Caribbean cask, which is a rum cask finished scotch, which is one of my all-time favorites, and I absolutely adore it. All right. I have not been dealt damage by target since my last turn. Yeah, I'm probably still going to use it, though.
Yeah, it's a burst.
Yep.
Also.
And we get a bonus of +1. That's fine. We'll hit Voss for that. And
I guess you don't actually want to play 2 cards, unless you want to play hypersonic, but I wouldn't bother.
Yeah, it's not the right time. And we'll hit Voss for 2 here, and then that'll be that. Yeah, it's rough when you draw the Lightspeed Barrages early in the game, because it's like you want those later when you've got a full trash.
You can still use them.
Ooh, Crystalloid Behemoth.
This is just happening. I don't think the order is going to really matter.
Yeah, there's no boost though, right? Yeah, no.
No. Can't hit the nanites. They're too little.
You can't punch a nanite? Come on! Ember Shaman.
Ooh, I like him. Discard a Magma Crystal to use a power. But we don't have any Magma Crystals.
Oh, Tamar. What are you doing, man? Yeah, the regression...
Legacy gonna jump in front of this blast for Luminary? Of course he is.
Yeah, he is. He is a hero through and through.
And all my devices have been blown up. Except for the nanite. So just the one, actually. Kind of want Tachyon to get more cards, so I'm thinking of playing the one that makes everyone draw. Sure. And La Comodora wants more cards too. Ooh, an orbital death laser. Oh yeah, and when you use a power, that thing tries to hit you. But he doesn't hit me. Triple cross. That's real good against Voss.
You can't punch a nanite, but you can shoot it.
Yes, I'm gonna heal my disposable defender.
So I will also mention, aside from Stranger Things Season 3, the show Good Omens, I watched, and I'm actually watching it again now with my wife. That's on Amazon Prime. I highly recommend it. David Tennant and Michael Sheen as like an angel and a devil and a demon who are like pals throughout all of history is really, really great. Yeah, exactly, Brian Wolf Hunt. It was very, very fun. Like, I think I tweeted at one point, like, when I was in, like, episode 4, it's like, this show is like someone filmed an acid trip. Like, there are some things about it that are just so bonkers off the wall, but it was so interesting. All right, what do I want to do here? All right, so we got Tamar. We got the Quark Drive Relocator. Do I want to just... I feel like I just want to get that motivational charge out so I can start dual powering.
Sure.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do.
You could save yourself from the behemoth by playing Danger Sense. Because it's going to hit you for 2 damage every time you use a power. Or not.
Yeah, I'm still pretty lousy with hit points. Should I focus the behemoth? Or should I...
Tachyon can just take it out with a blinding speed.
Yeah, that's true. All right, so we'll hit Tamar. That's fine. I mean, and I could also banish it. I feel like there's better things to do. Let's see. All right. Which of yours wants to play?
I mean, having Tachyon blinding speed it isn't bad.
Yeah, but she could do that. Oh, I guess, yeah, that will keep...
It'll keep it from hitting other people and Legacy right now.
Sure. All right.
Tachyon's probably going to want to double skip anyways.
Yeah, I was just looking. Like, she doesn't have a lot to do, so...
someone can use a power. Probably Legacy.
Well, I've already used both my powers.
This will let you use a power on the environment turn.
Oh, on the environment turn. Sorry. Yeah, so Terry Pratchett is Jennifer, who works for us. You probably know her from the dev streams. Terry Pratchett is her all-time favorite author. And she met him at Gen Con a few years ago, and she was very excited about that. She got something signed before he passed away. I believe he passed away a year ago, 2 years ago.
Goodbye, Quirk Drive. Seems likely we'll be able to kill Tamar some other way. Because we get to have free one-shot plays. Like this. Kills Tamar.
Yeah, there's a Lamar. Who's the Lamar that's like a voice in Futurama?
Tamar Burton. That's LeVar Burton. Legacy has a one-shot for everyone to draw a card. Find out what we might have played.
It's Maurice LaMarche. I'm sorry, that was wrong. Tamar Burton, yeah.
Harness Anomaly might have happened. Hot Goggles didn't happen.
Oh, yeah, and there's also Phil Lamar. Yeah, there's a couple of Lamar adjacent people.
There's also Kendrick Lamar.
There is.
None of them are Tamar. Look at this. Great. Everyone got a one-shot because Legacy let us draw through ones that weren't one-shots.
You get a one-shot and you get a one-shot.
Voss is not long for this world. He's not made for living in the underground of the lava world.
Yep. Alright, I get a Pushing the Limits and a Sonic Vortex because I skipped because I have lots of great cards that I want to play much later.
Yeah, that Pushing the Limits is going to help you draw more cards.
Smoldering Crystal and Inner Core Tunneler. Yeah. What power would I use? We're all at over 20 HP. Yeah, I mean, like, what would you... I assume there's something you would play if I gave you a card play here, yeah?
Yeah, like Luminary. There's lots of stuff you could play.
Alright. Is somebody making tea?
Someone on a squeaky bicycle.
Okay. Because something very high-pitched was happening all of a sudden.
I think I want to hasten victory. I'll be at 15 in my trash now. Even better, more one-shots. Get some oil to spark you will. Use a power. I don't have 13 in my trash right now because those one-shots are still in play. Well, I can get more cards in my trash with my base power. Except there's a device. So we don't have to do this, but if we want, we can get it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to take it with either of mine, so you make the call.
Sure. It's worth a power use for someone. Also, Comodora can just, like, discard it to power her other things.
Uh-oh, the Conqueror!
Fire damage everywhere.
Voss is having his fleet pulled through time to attack in upstate New York.
We could discard a Magma Crystal, blah, blah, blah. Nah, it's okay.
So I only saw Endgame 4 times in the theaters, and I cannot... Only. And I cannot wait for it to come out on digital, which I feel like it's like in maybe 2 weeks. I think it's like the July 20th or 25th or something like that, because I really want to watch it again now that I've seen Spider-Man. Like, they have got me wrapped around their little finger. Like, every single Marvel movie, I see it several times, and then I buy it, and then I buy it again in 3D. It's like a whole thing.
Let's wait until the Sentinels cinematic universe.
I know. I have spent an inordinate amount of time imagining, like, how would we build the Sentinels cinematic universe? Like, what would be the first movie? What would be, like, the plan? What would be phase one?
And Adam, you should listen to the letters page. They talk through it.
Oh, do they? All right.
Oh, yeah.
I know. I sort of stopped because I've been
They go
too
over
busy.
the whole, like, animated series and start getting into the movies and stuff. I don't think they've gone through all the movies, but it's like an animated cinematic universe is how they...
Right.
All right. I think we don't probably care about redirecting this right now. I'd rather use it for a power or something.
So I'd like to point out that I did see Endgame 4 times in the theaters, and I cried all 4 times. At different points, depending on which time I was viewing it, but, like, there was actually a whole thing where my kids, Audrey and Xander, who are the 2 older kids, when they came home, they actually, like, told Mommy about it. They were like, we looked over and Daddy was, like, crying really hard. Because there were definitely a couple of moments in that movie that I was like, oh my God, I can't believe it.
All right. Little does the TCF Conqueror know that above it in orbit is an orbital death laser.
Oh, Conqueror, what are you thinking about?
One shot. I have never done that, and that was nice. Luminary's got lots of hit points hiding behind his redirects.
Yeah, and, like, I don't want to get weird about this, but I will say this. Like, I really like the fact that I have gotten to a place, thanks to therapy and, being generally well-adjusted, that I have absolutely no problem whatsoever with my kids seeing me cry. I hope that my son in particular sees me cry and understands that it's okay for men to cry. I think that is a huge thing. And movies, probably more so than anything else, is something that is really... It's a format that is able to sort of cut to the core of me. I am very able to sort of turn off my brain and let a movie take me on a trip. And if it's good at that, especially with the cinematic universe where over 20 plus movies, I've gotten to know these characters and I've walked through these things with these characters. Like, I love the fact that these movies can make me feel the way that I do, because, like, that's what life is all about. It's all about getting to know not only yourself, but, like, what these feelings are and where they come from. And I think there's so many great things about the way that media in general can make you feel. Hell, I felt this way playing Sentinels. Like, I have felt so jazzed, and then even so, like, sad. Like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm not going to win this game. Like, I don't know that Sentinels ever brought me to tears, but it's gotten really close. And I love the fact that media can do that. It can cut through that stuff and really let you feel something. And I think that's that's what people have said about Sentinels a lot, is that it makes you feel like you are a superhero. And I think that is fantastic. So, all right, enough of my high horse. What do I want to play? All right, I have 2 power usages. I have a Thok. Voss is at 49. I don't think I actually need to play Heroic Interception.
Nope, we're fine.
Yeah, I'm just gonna Thok. I feel like we can whittle him down pretty quick.
Yeah.
Brian Wolfhunt says, I've cried a lot more in movies recently than I did as a kid. Fun story, following up on that right there, is that the first time that I am aware of the fact that I cried at a movie was, I must have been 6 or 7. Actually, I know for a fact I had to be younger than 7 because it was still at my house before my parents moved. And I watched Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, the original, or maybe it was Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory, whatever the one was with Gene Wilder. And We watched it. He goes through the roof. Spoiler alert for Willy Wonka. He goes through the roof in the elevator thing, and he flies away. And I started crying. And my mom was like, "Oh my God, are you okay? What's wrong?" And I'm like, "It's just so happy. He got everything he ever wanted." And I was like 6 or 7, and I think that was the moment that I realized that, like, maybe not realized, but that was the moment when media first touched me on that level, and my mom told me about it. And I actually have a distinct memory of that moment where I was crying at Willy Wonka when I was 6 or 7 years old. So, all right, who wants to play a card? Legacy's playing a card. All right.
You're not clicking fast enough.
I'm not clicking fast enough. John is making me doing a thing. I'm talking through my. I'm using Twitch as my therapy for this week. That's not true. I already went to my therapist this week, but it is augmenting my therapy.
Second opinion.
God, I haven't thought about that in forever. You get nothing. Good day, sir. That's some Willy Wonka right there. Take Walker's going to the therapist tomorrow. Yeah, I love having a therapist. It's great.
All right, it's time for La Comodora shenanigans.
Oh, shenaniganize it all up.
Harnessed Anomaly. Does Tachyon have something that you want to get back out of your trash and play the top card of your deck?
No.
Not super. How about Legacy? Bolster allies again would be good.
Oh, sure.
I mean, yes, you're going to play it. You're going to play something random, but...
Right.
It's stuck. And I could draw a card or play a card. Well, Pylon Voss.
Yeah, Voss looks like he brought a TFC Conqueror to an orbital death laser fight. And
now I can shuffle my deck. Choose a one-shot from my trash to go under the top card, so I'll draw the other card and then play it. Do I want Flintlock, or do I want another fun time Harnessed Anomaly?
So Balui says, I don't think a game has made me cry, but definitely books and movies have. I know for a fact that I have played games that have made me cry, but I cannot for the life of me remember which one. I will say that season 3 of Stranger Things, I was not expecting it, but the final episode, I was definitely crying at the end of the final episode.
Yeah, the first time I watched Endgame was just like too crazy. And the second time was like different because I could see what was going on because I wasn't as being like blown away all the time.
That's exactly right.
All right, we'll just have La Comodora do her damage here. And how about Tachyon play the top card? It's a burst card. Nice.
Huzzah.
You're gonna have to use your big cards because you're not going to get another turn.
Yeah.
Probably. And Luminary is reshuffled, so he's got all new cards to look for again. Finally, there's all according to plan. I was looking for that all game. And nothing for Legacy. I mean, you don't have to play them, but you could probably win the game on your turn.
I know. I'm just looking at this now.
Actually, you definitely could win the game on your turn.
Okay.
I know you can.
Don't tell me. Don't tell me. I'm going to figure this out. All right, what do I have? I have 5 in my trash. He has 18. So I could... Yeah, let's do this. And this. Not sure if I'm going to do this right, but I'm hoping that I will. Oh, what is...
You don't need to hit anything else.
Okay. Not sure if I did this right.
You're trying to do less damage? You'll still probably
The
win.
alarm is going off here. Ugh. I'm sure it's fine.
Even though you're not playing both light speeds, which you could have, and that would have been the.
Oh, did I screw that up?
Yeah, you played Hypersonic Assault instead. It's fine. You'll still be fine.
Ugh, all right. I was trying to count the card plays, but I guess I screwed it up. Oh, but I can do this.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah, I can definitely win the game now.
You just had to like play one Lightspeed Barrage, basically, and use your power.
We did it. Jeremy
Hooray!
Button time. Yeah, the alarm here goes off like at least once a week, and it's never anything bad, which is of course a problem because then it becomes a sort of boy who cried wolf situation where if it actually is an emergency, I'm probably going to ignore it, but it is what it is. All right, yeah, so it is 9-9, so I don't think we're going to play anything else. I think there's like a baseball all-star game happening. If that's the thing you're at all interested in, you probably wouldn't be here if you were, but I don't know. John's into that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah, maybe that's what the alarm was about.
Yeah. Hey, a warning.
Home run alert.
You should be watching the thing. All right, so thanks for joining us. This happens every Tuesday at around 7 Eastern. I will mention, too, that we will be, fingers crossed, assuming we can get the right connection, doing a bunch of live streaming from Gen Con, which is the weekend of August 1st through the 4th, directly from the booth. That's the idea. We're gonna have a whole section set up where we're gonna be streaming games. We're actually sharing space with Campfire and Underbite, who Underbite does Sentinels of Freedom. Campfire works with Greater Than Games on things like Viva Java and Fate of the Elder Gods. So subscribe to us because we'll be re-hosting all of those streams as well. We also have a bunch of other streams that happen right here on our channel on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, sometimes Thursdays. And don't forget to check out Crit Camp. Go to twitch.tv/critcamp, CRITCAMP. They're going to be streaming some more Aeons End tomorrow at 11 Eastern. We definitely recommend following them. And check out Aeons End if you haven't already. It's 10% off during early access. And there will be a new build that you saw here tonight coming very soon, which will add a third nemesis as well as the undo button. When exactly that's going to come is a squishy question, but it'll be very soon. It'll be within the next probably few days, maybe by the end of this week. So, yeah. Anything else I'm missing, John?
No, I think that's it.
All right. So thank you for joining us. Have a great night. We will see you next week at around 7.
Good night.
See ya. Mics might still be hot.